Let's meet the starting lineup for the visiting Toronto Raptors. At point guard, Dyson Daniels. At forward, Jalen Johnson. At center, Paul Abdul-Rahim. At guard, Glenn Garcia. At forward, LeBron James. The head coach of the visiting team is Darko Rajakovic. Introducing the starting five.
What better for a Tuesday? And for an idea of how the league is shaping up right now, take a look at these latest power rankings. They're a rising team climbing to 5th on the board.
Well, I think for San Antonio, they were hoping to begin the year better. It's still too soon to hit the panic button, but they're heading in the wrong direction.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Toronto Raptors. We've got Dyson Daniels. Jalen Johnson is out there with James. And it's Abdul-Rahim in at the 5. And for the Spurs. And that one drops for him. And no NBA games tomorrow as the league comes to a halt for Election Day, Grant.
Oh, yes, BA. A good cause to pause. Amplifying the importance for all who are capable getting to the polls and making sure our voices are heard. You don't want to let them get into a rhythm from out there.
Powell outside. Puts up a 3. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at it.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Raptors. There's the screen by Johnson. Pass to James. Oh, a dunk and a foul! A powerhouse move! He's got a chance for one more at the line. That's on Joel Embiid. And how about LeBron? Even if he's no longer the clear-cut best player in the league, he can still take over a game, RJ.
Oh, make no mistake, he is still the best when he needs to be. Absolutely has a switch that gets flipped when he needs it. It's not on for 48 minutes, but he can definitely turn it on for a few.
And that one misses. Well, Grant, even though it looks like LeBron could play forever, he stated that he doesn't have much time left.
Well, it's unbelievable that he's sustained this level of excellence for as long as he has. I would be surprised if we see this type of longevity ever again.
Here's Garcia. Banked it in off the glass. Garcia's got his second bucket on the night.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Got him in the air with the pump fake and then took advantage.
A list of guys as strong as Joel Embiid in this league is very short.
Outside Johnson. Three-pointer. Rebound by San Antonio. This game against Toronto is the first time they've met this year.
Last year, these two gave us a very entertaining season series, splitting the games.
And we're watching two teams looking to make that next step. They want to break out of the middle of the pack, prove they can do some damage.
And he can't get that one. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Daniels, that one's true.
So strong at the rim. That'll serve Daniels well here in this league.
The Spurs have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, I had a chance to talk with the head coach for San Antonio, and I asked about LeBron James and how his team plans to stop him. He said, I told our guys that we can't give him any lanes to the rim, because when that happens, everything else in his game opens up. We need to clog every avenue to the basket. Guys, let's see if they're able to execute this strategy.
All right, appreciate it, Allie.
Let's go!
And if you want to know which players had the most success from distance last season, here they are. 4th, Norman Powell.
He shot with nearly unmatched confidence from the arc last year, and the numbers and his position on this list clearly reflect that.
There's the 3. Rebounded by Johnson.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
To the inside. Here's James. Sinks that one from the post.
Powerful move by LeBron inside, not letting anything stop him from getting his shot.
Here's Powell, coming in off 12 points in his last outing. Pass to Boss, lets it fly from 18, and he knocks the jumper down.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
Here's Garcia. Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. Abdul-Rahim passes to Daniels. Drops in the 3. Daniels has got 5 points.
Yeah, a complete offensive player. Daniels can set people up, and he can knock down shots.
Right at the free throw line, hits the rim on the way in, and the bucket is good.
And hitting from the mid-range here and early. I mean, really gives the defense just another thing to worry about.
And you don't see many teams take these shots as often anymore. It's nice to see them take advantage in this area.
Now, here is James. In his last outing, 16 points for him. Here's Abdul-Rahim. Embiid covers. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
I've really been impressed with how aggressive they've been inside, looking to capitalize from the paint whenever they can.
Yeah, also, you got to appreciate how unselfish they've been. I mean, the ball movement has been impressive, and the assist numbers are off the chart.
The first one falls. Grant, would you say the Raptors are in the process of starting over?
You know, I certainly don't think that's the wrong thing to call it, B.A. Coaching changes, some big trades. They're shuffling things around and trying to start building something new.
Holmgren, he's checked in for Joel Embiid. He's perfect from the line this time. Spurs trail by 5. Pass to Powell. Fires the 3. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Here's Daniels. He's got 5. James outside. And he's going for the lob. 6 on the shot clock. And stolen by Holmgren. Pass to Powell. Here's Boss. Screen by Holmgren. From deep. Fires in the triple. Boss has got 5 now.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Inside. Here's Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
And so it's San Antonio with it, following the bucket by the Raptors. Now a timeout called by San Antonio.
Let's hear it again for your Spurs squad.
Here's Boss. He's got 5. Powell outside. And he lobs it up to the rim. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Powell.
A sloppy turnover. When you're not locked in, pay the price.
Harrison Barnes.
And James has got the ball here for the Raptors. Pass to Daniels. Outside Johnson. Hits the three-pointer. Johnson's got his second bucket on the night.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Powell passes to Boss. Knocked loose. Here's Garcia. Back to Daniels. To the middle. All by himself. Here's Boss. And as it goes out of bounds, San Antonio will keep possession. Quickly is checked in for Daniels.
Raptors substitution. Number 13, Emmanuel Quickly.
Simmons, the pass to Boss. Back to Simmons. Shot clock at 6. Holmgren with a screen on Johnson. Here's Simmons. Blocked. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation.
Raptors ball.
And it's time to take another look at that powerful block.
What a play. I mean, that'll have the offense thinking twice about taking shots in his presence.
Raptors lead by 4. Quickly outside. Pass to Abdur-Rahim. Here's Garcia. Powell covers. And the basket by Garcia. Garcia's got 7.
They keep trading punches. Both teams in a groove early.
You have to think at this point the winner will be the one to settle in on defense.
San Antonio's gone 3 of 4 on threes here in this first quarter. Here's Boss. He's got 5. Here's Holmgren. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. San Antonio shooting their first free throws of the game.
Holmgren. Shooting 2.
Shoot 2.
First free throw is good. It's both from the stripe.
It's always nice to see a big fella be able to knock down some free throws and make teams pay from the line.
James outside. Back to Quickly. This one for 3. Sends it home from three-point land.
I just love the ball movement.
And during the first few seasons of Emmanuel Quickly's career, he was seen primarily as a scorer, Greg.
Yes, but recently has blossomed into a more versatile threat. The leap we've seen in his passing has been especially impressive. He's a player to watch out for moving forward.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Emmanuel Quickly is the lead guard for the Raptors. He said, I'm still learning when to be ultra-aggressive and when to get my teammates involved. The balance of it all while playing defense at a high level. It's a lot, but I'm having fun learning all of it because this is what I wanted, to be challenged. Brian?
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thank you. Here's Boss. The Raptors making their last shot. That one goes in. Boss has got 7 points. And Toronto has possession. 7-point differential. Pass to James. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. The Spurs have gone 8 for 14 from the floor. Here's Boss. Drills it from deep. And now just a 4-point Raptor lead.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a three each time.
Johnson for three. Rebound San Antonio. They're moving on after a tough loss they took at the hands of the Pacers.
I really think that L has to fall on their defense, or a lack thereof. Just not enough focus at that end of the floor.
Some of it was solid shooting from their opponent, but they didn't have any teeth with their defense. Need to be more active than they were. This is hard to watch. You might want to put the kids to bed. This man still has not hit a shot this quarter.
A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through one. Toronto out in front, up 4. Quarter number 2 coming up right after this break. Don't go anywhere. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. You know, you take a look at the Raptors' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
Well, their offense is clicking so far, capturing the momentum here early on.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified some weaknesses, and they are exploiting them.
Toronto leading by 4. We've got Sam Merrill. Holmgren is out there with Jimmy Butler. And it's Boss in at the point. That's the San Antonio 5. Clock at 6. And he buries his first look.
Beautiful touch around the rim. Soft lay-in with the underhand finger roll.
San Antonio's got 4 of 7 threes to go so far in this game. Merrill passes to Simmons. Here's Boss. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Abdul-Rahim's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Johnson to the wing on the left. Pass to Abdul-Rahim to the left side wing. Here's Garcia. Sinks it from distance. And now a 9-point Toronto lead.
If you give a shooter of his skill an opening like this, he's going to take it every time.
Here's Boss from downtown. It's rebounded by Abdul-Rahim. Abdul-Rahim's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Started out strong for three-point land. Hit 2 in the first quarter, but he's gone dry since.
Here's Abdul-Rahim. Oh, again, Toronto with a triple. Grant, there's a huge difference between talent on paper versus winning.
You're right, B.A., and it comes down to coaching, chemistry, and sacrifice. But I think the biggest thing is effort. All things being equal, the team that plays the hardest is going to win. And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
Toronto leading by 10. Daniels passes to Abdul-Rahim. Here's Garcia. From deep. On target from range. He's got 5.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. And the players take this opportunity to get some Gatorade. Getting some fluids in you is so important during these timeouts. Get fresh, keep those batteries charged.
Yeah, without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a ball game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have to be hydrated.
He's checked in for Toronto. All right, a moment now to bring up last season's top rebounding teams. 5th, the Spurs.
Last year, they had a very physical aspect of the game down. They were a very tough team to keep off the boards.
Here's Caruso. Down low. Here's Simmons. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. He's got his first free throws of the night right here.
Simmons shooting 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Hits one, then misses the second attempt from the line.
They've had a slight leg up on the boards and a big leg up on the scoreboard.
Here's Garcia, coming off a 31-point game against Orlando. Such a wide-open look. He has 7.
That scoreless first quarter, that might have woke him up, and he's turned it on here in the second.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Pass to Simmons. And here's Embiid. Takes a 13-footer. Jones grabs the board.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
All right, Richard, when you think about where Joel Embiid stacks up with the great centers, he's put up some historic numbers.
Just last season, that 70-point, 15-rebound, 5-assist game, the first player to hit those marks ever in NBA history, BA.
Again, the miss by the Spurs. And it's Toronto's ball. They're on a 13-3 run. Pass to Abdur-Rahim. Here's Garcia from behind the arc. The rebound by Embiid.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Right side Simmons. Lays it up and in despite excellent defense.
Okay, that's a tough bucket. D on him as tight as possible, but you're not going to stop this guy from getting to the rim.
Drops it in from 14 feet away. And the Raptors lead by 14.
He's just got it on automatic right now, shooting 100%, and that'll keep your confidence high.
Now here's Embiid, guarded closely.
Whoa, there is the nasty streak that I like to see from Embiid. He wants to destroy you, and I love it when he's got that look in his eye.
Toronto leading by 12. Lets it go from deep. Again gets it to go. He can't miss. 5 for 5.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
On the wing, Caruso. Embiid, high post. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
Here's Garcia. To the paint. He goes up again. Here's Abdur-Rahim. Boy, they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but still coming up empty. Here's Merrill. He buries it from 3. Merrill's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
When you talk wings, Butler is a top-notch passer. He has a great understanding of the game.
Here's Garcia. That's in. Coming off an assist from Jones.
He got a 3 to fall in the first, and now his second in this quarter. Not a trend the defense wants to see.
Spurs trail by 15. Merrill outside. There's the 3. Oh, Jimmy Butler distance.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Here's Garcia. Joel Embiid with the board.
Just enough resistance to force the miss. Barely. That's one he'll generally make.
And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play.
Defensive foul. Derek Jones. Second personal foul.
And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. Norman Powell, he's checked in for San Antonio. LeBron, he's checked in for Toronto. Quickly comes in for Daniels.
One shot.
And at this point of his career, Butler wants to win. And boy, does he ramp up his performance in the playoffs, especially in recent years.
Now here's Quickly. James outside. Takes the three. And again, Toronto with a triple.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Here's Caruso. Yet to see a basket. Embiid passes to Caruso. Just 5 to shoot. Over Quickly. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in.
Nice pass by Embiid, smartly taking advantage of a wide-open man.
Here's Quickly. There's a minute 59 left in the first half of basketball. Pass to Jones. Here's Abdul-Rahim. And the Raptors, another three.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
Powell outside. And here's Caruso outside. Knocks it down from distance. Caruso's got his second bucket of the night.
I love the strong response from Caruso, sinking that revenge triple in style.
There's a minute 17 left in the second quarter. Oh, LeBron, just too much to handle inside.
He has been a key factor for them offensively, scoring with consistency.
Pass to Powell. There's the triple. Rebound Toronto. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Honestly, I feel so fortunate to be able to sit here and watch this because there are not many vintage performances by LeBron James left to go in his career.
And so it's Caruso who brings up the ball for San Antonio. They trail by 14. Looking ahead, they've got the Cavaliers coming to town for their next one. And they'll be reaching the back half of a 4-game home stretch.
Nice start for him beyond the arc. He's already hit 3 triples, and I'm pretty sure there's more to come.
Outside Jones. Back to James. Pass to Abdul-Rahim. The shot's good on the assist by James. Abdul-Rahim's got 8 points in the quarter.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Quickly against Caruso. Embiid with it. Oh, the process! Embiid flexing his muscles. And so it's Toronto. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. Getting lots of great looks, shooting it well. That's why they're up. Back to the game after this break.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Give me a beat. They're thinking about the shot. Let's hear it for the participants.
Hey folks, thanks for joining us. It would be an understatement to say it's been a great half for the Toronto Raptors.
Dominant performance from this offense. As a fan, you just have to admire it and see what they're doing.
Yeah, they're hitting the three major E's: effective, efficient, and entertaining.
I like the way you did that.
And guys, let's take a moment to recognize the top performer for each squad thus far.
Yeah, these two are getting after it. They're working overtime to be the guy. They've got each other fired up.
It's almost like they're playing their own game of one-on-one. Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Raptors lead by 11. So for Toronto right now, we've got LeBron James. Also Jalen Johnson out there. And it's Abdur Rahim in at the 5, roaming the paint. Rebound by San Antonio. Embiid's got 4 rebounds now. With an MVP trophy under his belt, Joel Embiid has only become more dominant, RJ.
I think that 2023 MVP increased his confidence. It allowed him to feel like he really was the best player in the world. And I think it motivated him to keep pushing himself. And the results speak for themselves because the stats, they back that up.
They swipe it. And now the Raptors on the break. Here's Garcia. Oh, throw it down. Wow.
And this kind of sick slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they play and a confidence they're not afraid to show. Spurs trail by 13. Powell outside. Inside. Embiid inside. It's hauled in by the Raptors.
Yeah, we're not used to seeing him get bottled up like that. Wow.
Oh, and a fast break for the Spurs. Oh, yes. Whoa. Throw it down. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
Playing from behind, it's amazing he chose to dunk with that high a difficulty rating.
Yeah, no question. That was a stellar move with plenty of swagger. Now here's Johnson. He's got 5. Back to James. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Daniels, that one's true.
And another great assist. The offense is really clicking now.
Pass to Embiid. Here's Boss. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
He took the contact and had an opportunity to drain it.
San Antonio shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. So he gets them both.
Productive trip to the line. He doesn't like to leave points on the table.
Daniels passes to Johnson. And now around 2 minutes going by in this half. Here's Here's Daniels. The shot's good on the assist by James.
The assist.
James has got his third assist of the night. And the Spurs call time here.
Timeout. Okay, everybody, let's get loud for your Spurs. Thank you, Spurs.
And it's the 2K leaderboard. Team leaders in blocks last season. San Antonio, third.
That tells you the kind of strong defense they played last season. It wasn't easy to bring the ball inside against them at all.
Now here's Powell. He's closely guarded. Here's Boss. No good with the triple.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
James. Rebounded by the Spurs. It's stolen by Johnson. Here's Garcia. Lays it up and banks it in. Garcia's got 4 points this quarter.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Powell outside. 13 feet out. Yep, that one goes.
Not all his mid-range jumpers are created equal. That's one they'll take all night long.
Daniels passes to James. Down low. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver is highly encouraged by the growth of the game. He said, in addition to being the fastest growing sport in the world, we are the #1 participation team sport in the United States. Boys and girls are playing basketball in record numbers. Love to hear it, Brian.
No doubt. The game's in a great place right now, Allie. Thank you. Raptors lead by 12. Pass to Daniels. Here's Abdul-Rahim. And he gets it back. And that one's good. Nice job on the glass as they picked up 2 on the second effort. And it's Powell with the ball for the Spurs. Here's Boss. He's got 12. And Powell with the stuff.
This is why you put the ball in his hands. An accurate pass hitting a moving target.
The Raptors have gone 5 for 9 from the floor in the third quarter. Johnson finds James. Hey, it's James slamming it down.
One of the most ferocious dunkers we've ever seen. James still enjoys putting on a show.
Screen by Embiid to the middle. It's intercepted. Out of bounds as Toronto keeps possession.
Raptors ball.
And a moment to check out who the San Antonio Spurs have coming up. On Sunday, it'll be the Cleveland Cavaliers coming to town. Then on Monday, it'll be the Atlanta Hawks coming to town.
And that game against Brooklyn, it's one that I'm curious about. It'll be their 6th contest of the season for them, and a game that should have a lot of great matchups.
Toronto making a switch here. Green is checked in. Outside Johnson. Here's the 3. Here's Abdul-Rahim. No good on the shot. Embiid with the nice defensive effort.
His consistency just hasn't been there this quarter in terms of his shooting.
The pass, the catch, the slam. What a clean play.
Man, absolutely jaw-dropping. Toronto leading by 12. And Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page.
It's time for Dance Game. If you see yourself on the big screen, then you know what to do. Show us your moves. Next dancer. Casino dance move.
Into the lineup for the Raptors, Daniel Gafford, number 35.
Rebound by San Antonio. And if they're going to make a move, this is a good time to start.
And there's still plenty of time, but they definitely don't want to let this game get too far out of hand.
Simmons, no good. The Raptors have gone 6 of 13 to open up this second half. The three. Barnes with the rebound.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Right side Simmons. Pass to Boss. And Daniel Gafford picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Toronto making a switch here. Jones is checked in.
Second team foul. Into the lineup for the Raptors, number 77, Derek Jones.
Now Powell. To the inside.
Nice finish.
Man, big time right there.
Throw it down, big man. You gotta love seeing Embiid rise up and just throw it down.
Toronto leading by 10. Puts up a three. A rebound by the Spurs. Embiid's got 6 rebounds in the game. Powell outside. Right wing. Here's Boss. He's got 12. No good there. That would have cut it to single digits. Outside Jones. Pass to Gafford. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. And the Raptors lead by 12. Spurs shooting a remarkable 60% clip. Very efficient. Powell outside. Embiid high post. Back to Powell for 3. Yes, and it's Embiid picking up the assist. Powell's got 7 points for the quarter.
And that's the thing about a superstar like Embiid. He does have a score-first mentality, but he trusts his teammate. He knows when to make the right pass.
The rebound by Simmons.
Some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence.
And down it goes. 2 points. Boss has got 14.
The D hasn't been quick enough to react to the ball inside. That's helped cause this run.
Gafford with a screen on Barnes. Pass to Daniels. 1:14 left in the third quarter. And there's the drive. Clock at 4. From the arc. Gets the 3 to fall. He's got 13.
Oh, good shot from Daniels. He understands he needs to keep knocking these down for his team.
It's Powell on the wing. Green covering. Here's Embiid. Oh, Embiid imposing his will.
He's good enough where it takes a lot to bother him at the rim like that.
Pass to Gafford. Gafford the screen. Elbow shot on the way. Good on the jump shot.
Just continuing to pile it on, refusing to let up.
If he has space in the mid-range, he'll let it fly. Doesn't matter if the score is tied or they are up big.
Now here's Powell. He's got 7. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. Fires in the triple. Powell's got 10 points in just the second half.
This is not the same guy we saw in the first half. Credit him for finding a way to shake off those first 2 quarters.
Gafford with a screen on Barnes. And again, Toronto with a triple.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at it.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
And so it's Toronto, earning this break in the action, up 10. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
It's time.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th quarter. They've got Joel Embiid. Sam Merrill out there with Barnes. And it's Boss in at the point guard position. That's the San Antonio 5. Here's Embiid. Kicks it out to Barnes. Off target from 3-point range.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight. Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
Spurs trail by 12. Merrill with it. Outside Barnes. To the paint. Here's Embiid. Down low. Embiid puts it in.
The offensive arsenal of Embiid is phenomenal. He's capable of scoring in a multitude of ways.
Now here's Johnson. Gafford with a screen on Simmons. Green, the pass to Quickly. And out of bounds. San Antonio will have it.
San Antonio ball.
Jimmy Butler's checked in for Simmons. Fourth quarter still young. Just over a minute played. Pass to Embiid. Here's Boss. Embiid with it. Merrill outside. From outside the arc. Good. And the assist to Embiid. Embiid's got 5 assists tonight.
This has been the story of the game. A battle fought on offense.
Yeah, but I think it's going to come down to who can get the stops down the stretch, because that's who's going to come away with this one.
And there's the whistle. The illegal screen is the call.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
Pass to Boss. Back to Merrill. Launches it. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Good job hitting the glass. They're +8 in rebounding.
Got it in close, and unless it's an open 3, that's the key to efficient offense.
Moving along, 2 minutes gone in the 4th. Here's Boss. Outside Barnes. Here's Embiid. Pass to Merrill. Fires the 3. Drills it from deep.
Good passing to set that up. Teamwork on display.
Toronto leading by 6. Outside, Green. Here's James. And a
a foul called on the way up.
So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. They'll pin that one on Harrison Barnes.
I think everybody knows how good LeBron James is, but the thing that makes it remarkable is the longevity of his talent, and he is still leading the way for his team.
First one falls for him.
And when you think of LeBron, his competitive spirit is, to me, the first thing that comes to mind. All this guy wants to do is win all the time.
Both free throws good from James. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Pass to Embiid. It's rebounded by Abdul-Rahim. Abdul-Rahim's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. They grab their own miss. The shot by Johnson, no good.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Screen by Embiid. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
And that's the thing. That's why he's going to be top 5 all-time in assists. LeBron James just drops dimes.
A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the fourth. Pass to Boss. Lets the 3 fly. Knocks down the long J.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
And so it's James with it. He brings it up for the Toronto Raptors. It's off to Washington after this one, where they will face the Wizards. That'll wrap up this short 2-game road trip. Abdul-Rahim, no good. Spurs trail by 4. Merrill outside. 3-pointer. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
Here's James. Ooh, pops the J after a cagey pass fake. James has got 19 points.
Now look, a coach is going to trust LeBron James to just put up monster numbers because that's who he is. But it is nice to see him get into a nice groove like this.
Connects from downtown.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Here's Quickly. Here's Garcia. Outside Johnson. Pass to Quickly. Back to Johnson. Shot clock at 3. The 3. Rebound by San Antonio. Here's Boss. Back to Merrill. Here's Boss. Guarded by Quickly. To take the lead. It's rebounded by Abdul-Rahim. For Toronto, they've gotten 4 of 9 shots to go in during this fourth quarter. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
At the line for the Raptors, Abdul-Rahim, 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
No good on the free throw. And San Antonio making a change here. Powell's checked in. And Toronto also making a switch. Daniels is checked in for Quickly. Good on the second one.
Yeah, it wasn't perfect, but it was enough to give them the lead.
For San Antonio, they've gotten 7 of 12 shots to drop in this fourth quarter. Powell finds Embiid. To take the lead. Doesn't go in. Third miss out of 9 shots. Pass to Johnson. Here's Daniels. James deciding where to go with it. From down low. Rebound by San Antonio. Now here's Powell. Good. 5 for 9 shooting so far.
Shooting a great clip in the second half. He made some nice adjustments in the locker room.
And Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here.
Fans are huge. San Antonio, welcome to the Spurs. Now on the court is your get loud and let them hear it. It's time for T-shirts.
Here to catch up with Ali from the sideline.
I was able to listen in on what Darko Rajakovic was going over with his team. He encouraged his guys to stick with it, saying, I don't care what the scoreboard says. If we can play hard, that's all that matters. We can be the stronger team. So that's what coach is looking for.
Okay, thanks, Ali. Toronto's gone 0 for 3 here in the fourth. Here's Garcia. James outside. Launches the 3. Oh, come on! LeBron from way back.
Some players shrink when the pressure's on, but he lives for these moments.
Boss, the pass to Powell. Embiid, the screen on Johnson. Fires the 3. On target from range. He's got 22. Tremendous momentum building toward those final possessions.
Yeah, with 8 lead changes so far, it feels like this is going to come down to the last shot.
Pass to James. Throws it up high. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
A great read between those two guys. The defense didn't stand a chance, B.A.
These two teammates right here, Grant, they are connected. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth. And here's Embiid. Blocked! Here's Daniels. Back to James. Jacks up a 3. Oh, again! Toronto with a triple.
High IQ pass by LeBron. He reads the floor and gets it to the open shooter.
Pass to Embiid. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Raptors?
Look, they're getting good looks inside. It's been a point of emphasis all night long, but I love this hard-nosed attitude of this team.
And they've been letting it rain from the mid-range. A throwback approach that's really working well for them in this one.
Good on the first, and that narrows the lead down to just 3.
The numbers Embiid has put up over his career speak for themselves. He'll go down as one of the all-time great big men.
Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
And by missing that free throw, now a three could even the score. Not ideal.
Here's Johnson, and it's Toronto with another.
Even though he's young, Daniels tends to make the right decisions with the ball in his hands.
Emphatic finish from Butler.
Demanding the ball in the big moment. Butler lives for moments like this.
50 seconds left in the game. Grant, they'd love to milk the clock here.
No question. They're in a great situation right here.
Count it!
Look at what he's doing here, and it's hard to imagine him playing much better.
The Spurs call time.
Look who's coming onto the hardwood now. Get out of your seats, Spurs fans. Make some noise for your Spurs Hype Squad. Let's hear another round of applause for your Spurs Hype Squad dance team. Come on.
Tries a three off the inbound. Misfire there. Now 7 for 11. And now we've got an intentional foul.
Joel Embiid. Third personal foul.
And that shot was going nowhere thanks to that aggressive swat.
Amazing indeed. And getting stops like that only encourages them to keep attacking on the offensive end.
There's 37 seconds left in the final quarter. Now here's Johnson. He's covered closely. Here's Garcia. Now covers. Garcia, no good. Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. They trail by 5. Any speculation on what we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
And they're going to have to work fast coming out of the timeout.
Yeah, no time to waste. They basically have to execute things perfectly from here on out.
For your Spurs Breakers.
And not a moment to lose on this possession.
clock working against them right now.
And there's the foul. It's on Joel Embiid. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he'll sit the rest of this one out.
Early into his night. But honestly, I don't know that they can come back no matter who's on the court. Yeah, too bad he fouled out. But this team does have some depth at his position.
And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 7-point game.
That's how you protect a lead. Build it out with clutch free throws.
The three-pointer off the mark. And here's James. So the Raptors win it. Just a gutsy performance on the road.
It really was. When this one was up in the air late, they showed how tough-minded they are as a team.
Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
All right, guys, LeBron, a superstar matchup tonight. What goes through your mind when you're facing that kind of a challenge?
You know, for me, it's never about an individual challenge or an individual game. It's about the team. Now, you do take the challenge anytime you're going against anybody, but you also got to have your mind in the game, too, and not make it personal. So taking the challenge, making sure your mind is in the right frame, and just trying to make plays for your teammates to be successful.
Thanks, LeBron. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching. And before we go, we'll leave you with our player of the game.